Welcome to Renovation Conversations, the podcast where we explore how God is rebuilding lives, restoring hope, and renewing faith. Whether you're just starting your spiritual journey or looking for inspiration to keep growing, this is the place for honest discussions, transformative stories, and practical biblical insights. Let's dive into what it means to live a life under renovation, because God's not done with us yet.
Welcome to Renovation Conversations. I'm Pastor D. That's Pastor Hayden on the far side over there. That's Pastor Tucker. We put him in Norwood. We don't normally bring him out, but here he is.
Got my own shirt and everything.
His own
Almost,
shirt.
Pastor. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, over here. Almost,
I
Pastor.
thought we fired him. I'm not sure what happened. I'm like,
no. That's Pastor. That's
Oh.
Pastor Tucker.
Man.
Dustin's dying here. This is hilarious.
I'm not sure. This doesn't move with me. No, but that's almost Pastor Logan, I guess, is what we're calling him. PL.
For sure,
PL.
He said for sure Logan, which means
Logan.
not for sure
For
Logan.
sure, Logan.
Yeah.
So we're talking about camp. Today was the last official day. We leave tomorrow morning. Well, you guys won't see this till tomorrow probably because it takes forever to upload stuff. So we'll be leaving after probably you've seen this. But we're going to talk about how kids camp has been. We're talking first grade through fifth grade, and it's, pretty mature group overall. I've been pretty impressed. You taught today.
Yeah.
Great job, my perspective.
Yes,
I don't know what grade
good job.
these guys would give you.
We'll talk about that.
I'd give you a solid B
We'll get
plus
there.
1.
Hey, I'm going to take it.
No, it was fantastic. Your heart was in it. I think Pastor Hayden does have one correction for you.
I do.
He always has something. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about. Well, first of all, how did you feel? What did you feel about it?
So going into it, I mean, we'll go back to day one when Tina first came to me about it. She asked me if I'd be willing to help and bring a teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Of course we're plugged in. I mean, it's not really a new thing. Having the opportunity to pour into these kids and teach them.
Right.
And I was like, immediately, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And I said, what's my topic? And she's like, forgiveness. And I was like, whoa.
You're like, take two. What's
I'm
my
like,
other options?
I asked her, I was like, are you sure? She says, yeah, that's the one. So, right off the bat, I mean, just being transparent, like that's a tough one, in my opinion, for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that forgiveness, that's a hard thing to fully, especially as a young Christian, to like fully wrap your mind around. There's a lot of moving parts, and like truly understanding not only how important it is for them, but the importance there is to you through that process.
Yes.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So that was a big deal, and the week leading up, I had countless conversations.
We're in front of a live audience, by the way. That's why I'm giving a thumbs up out there. So
It's
good.
the deadest live audience we've ever seen.
We've had quite a few conversations this week, and one of the biggest things for me, and it's easy to overlook, but there is so much importance when it comes to these young kids.
Yeah.
100%.
Biblically, like there is so much importance in what we pour into these young kids.
Yeah.
So that was number one on my mind, and honestly, it was there was some. I was kind of scared.
Right.
I was
And you
kinda
didn't grow up in
nervous.
church.
I noticed
No,
that.
I didn't.
So you're like me. You didn't grow up
No.
in church. You did grow up in church. You were there.
I was there.
You were there.
But I was not
He's
there.
pointing
Yeah.
fingers down there. Like he pointed right at you, Tucker.
I did.
Like,
Well, we all know that he grew up in church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we have a little variety here,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I appreciate where you come from because you didn't have any growth in that as a child.
No.
And so your children ministry perspective is brand new.
Yeah, and like of the utmost importance, because of course, like you say, for me, like I didn't have that.
Yeah.
So for my boys, like the level of importance I hold in my home for their walk before they are released into the world,
Yes.
because I mean, which is a whole different podcast.
Yeah.
Just the things that they're going to encounter in the world we live in now.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Well, Hayden was sharing earlier about him. He was a crybaby, go home early
Oh yeah,
guy.
big time.
It's okay.
Oh yeah.
So I'd have had to pep talk you to.
But he had a guy that pep talked him. That talked him.
Mark
through that.
McGee he snuck me to the river and took
And
me
to this
fishing
day,
every
you
day.
remember him well.
And see, I remember his name.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll be remembered because you poured into kids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Tucker will be the same way. He's poured into kids, and it matters the relationship you have with these children. I mean, they're children right now, but they're learning how to become men someday.
Absolutely.
And women from the women, obviously. But
yeah.
So I'm just throw this out there to you, Pastor Tucker. So, what's your biggest takeaway so far? I mean, kids camp it's kind of wrapped up now. What's your biggest takeaway from it this year?
So, I got a group of boys that the real boys. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You know, if you don't watch them, they'll start some fires. You know, that type of thing.
I heard about breeding of bees.
Yes.
Yes.
We had
That's been a whole
first
thing.
day we got here, they were catching wasps to have.
Wasp.
They caught a yellow jacket and a red wasp, and they tried to make an orange jacket.
That doesn't even sound good. Like,
It's
that
still in
sounds
research
scary.
and development.
Yeah.
If you think like maybe that's my kid, that's definitely your kid.
Yeah. Their parents would know them.
Yeah.
No
They're
doubt.
here.
No doubt.
They're here. We've got them.
They're here.
Anyway, so I was like, how am I going to get? Because you know, some kids will get reputations on them, you know, that whole type of thing, and I was like, I was praying about it. As soon as I got my list of boys, I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to, you know, get the maximum amount of Jesus to stick to these boys? Mm-hmm. So we took the guardrails way out. You know, they did it was very loose. I was like, whatever we do, as long as I'm there, I don't care. But from having those conversations with them, now they ran me ragged. Okay, because like half of them want to go here and then here and then here and all this type of stuff. But through all that, I got to see them growing and asking me questions, which led in ultimately until tonight, which we had some fantastic questions.
Yeah.
And you
That's
know,
awesome.
when he was speaking, I had one of them, you know, my little ringleader. I could tell there was something on his mind. And I was talking to him, and I could tell that he didn't want to talk to me. You know, he was trying to tough man it up. And finally, I was like, buddy, I said, you know, you're not a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since that moment, it is like he broke, I broke, everybody broke. Because, you know, these kids will put on this tough man face and think, just like grown adults, just like men, you know, they put on this tough man face.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it was an awesome thing to watch him from that point to now. Now he's pouring into his cousin, who's 2 or 3 years younger than him, and he's leading my rambunctious boys the right way. It's been an awesome thing to watch.
That's cool.
I love seeing that because that's the girl. We just talked to Miss Tina and Gigi, who is church grandma, and that was one of the things we talked about was the personalized relationships make such a difference.
Yeah.
And you've got to be willing to come to them at their level and meet them where they're at because they're kids.
Yeah.
And like you said, you give them the 2 lanes. Don't have to keep them in 1 lane. Don't have to keep them on the shoulder of the road. Let them run a little bit. Let them learn.
Yeah.
They'll trip and fall a little bit, but they're going to learn in that, and they're going to know that you were there to help them up.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the most powerful things. You know, your lesson was fantastic, and I loved it. It was so good. Pastor Hayden thinks you should have used some different color of
So,
Markers.
Go
yeah.
ahead. You can critique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was perfect, but you should have used a red marker over it.
I had 2, but they didn't have. They were dry. I couldn't use them. And it was
So-
after you made the trip to town. I couldn't get it.
So you're
man.
saying
I completely. It was talked
okay.
So
about.
you're saying
All
Miss
right.
Tina didn't supply you with the needs,
The proper needs for a
to take
yeah.
care of this class
All right.
lesson.
I know Tina would take the blame for it, but it was another.
Can I give it to her though? She's
it-
my older
it-
sister.
It was Callie.
Oh, it's Callie.
That's fine. We can
We
throw
can
the
blame
names
both of
out.
them. Oh, absolutely, we can blame
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
Back the bus
Listen,
up.
Freddie would be all over that too. He'd be like, yes, it was Callie's fault.
Yeah. You know, it was brought up though, and it's crazy
No,
you say
yeah.
that because even as minimal as that was,
Yeah.
that was something that even when I went and bought the markers,
But it was on
for
your mind, wasn't it?
That I
Yeah.
got here and I'm like, Of course it needs to
The
be.
symbolism in it. Yeah, you
What
see
do
it,
we-
like the red
Yeah.
over your sin, and it washes away.
Yeah.
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 That was the only critique
it was
you had.
great. That was it, man.
But hey, the fact that you
bad.
tried it,
telling
you got
you.
it. I mean, man, that's all.
Well, there was those couple little dots, and I'm telling you guys, like, those of you at home, like, kids ministry will humble you.
Oh yeah,
Like,
we've already talked
I
about
had
this.
one, like
Yes.
2 little dots, and they're like, you missed it.
You still got a little sin in your life, buddy.
What are you doing?
I mean,
cut
you down.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Instantly.
I told them. I keep talking about it, but when I made the shot and Dustin didn't today.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, of
when,
course.
So when I
The
first
wind
walked,
picked up, by the way.
Yeah,
You
whatever.
know that?
You let
just
half
on
the
his,
camp
yeah.
down.
But no, one of the boys, I said this during the GG Tina podcast. Like this kid walks up, he looks at me, he goes, "You're awful old." Like, thanks, man.
I know.
Yeah, like you said, they humble you. Like
They're so
another,
honest.
we was sitting out here at the picnic table, and I said something, and Ember, I'll throw her name out there. Her mom won't care. Ember goes, "You've lost some teeth." I said, "Yeah, it's from eating that stuff you're buying right here at the snack shack." And her mom's like, "Yeah, that's right."
I will say this though, you're talking about old, and here's what I love, because we got one old guy and one young guy sitting across from us. We'll let you decide who it is. But you guys are younger than Hayden and I.
Yeah.
And if we were in the dorm rooms where you guys are at, the same effect wouldn't be there.
No.
It wouldn't be. They would be looking at us like, but
Might
you
get the
guys-
grandpa effect.
Maybe.
No, but
Maybe.
and that does work
It does.
sometimes.
It does.
Like, but yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys are able to get, because you guys, both of you have kids in their age. You guys are still
Yep.
relevant to what's going on in their life. We're a little removed from that. And so there's a role in all these things. And this is how the church functions, is people stepping into those roles that are relevant in their life.
Yeah.
Because there's going to come a season where you guys are our age, we're going to be even older,
Yeah.
and someone's going to step in.
And I'm not even going to be here.
Maybe even your own kids, maybe your kids, step, and hopefully will
So-
step in, and they'll be doing what you're doing based on what they watched you guys do.
It's awesome you bring that up, because like you were saying, like with me and Pastor Tucker at our age and our kids' age, like a lot of these kids, they know exactly who we are.
Yeah.
Because we're there. You
Yeah.
know, and even today, of course, you know, this is the last year, but like 2 of my boys are here. Well, my older boy today, we did some talking yesterday, and I had a brother come beside me to talk with him today. Mm-hmm. And he is also another father,
Yep.
you know, and relatable because of that age and stuff, you know, but
Yes.
it's so valuable in that, because there are these other dads here. And of course, we've talked countless times about the men in our church.
Yes.
And like how valuable of an asset that truly is.
100%.
And-
It's what it should be.
To be able to go to that brother and say, man, there's going to be things that he's not going to want to talk about with me.
Yeah.
And he says, I got you.
Well, Hayden and I, that's
Like,
how
that means a lot.
we've done that in life ourselves. 'Cause,
Yeah, absolutely. And we've talked about
Yeah. My boys, I've always told them, hey, if there's something you want to talk to me about, I trust Hayden. I know he's going to give you good advice. If you
Yeah.
need to talk to him, go for it.
Yeah.
And he has. And I have talked to his kids. And I think that's important for the body to have that. Because your kids are going to need somebody to talk to. There's going to be time they're going to be like, that's Dad. I don't want to tell Dad that necessarily right away. I need some advice before I go to
Yeah.
Dad. And your kids are going to be the same way. You're going to have
Yeah.
so you're going to want to have a brother
Yep.
that is like, I'm godly, I'm following the Lord, I'm in the Bible, I'm going to give them good advice, sound advice, and you're going to be like, that's comforting. And then you get to come to church camp and lead together. I love church camp, because this, to me, it's like I look around and I'm like, all these guys, and I'm like, these are my brothers. I get to hang out with them, joke, laugh, have fun, but we can be serious, we can cry together, we can celebrate together. All these things can happen.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I don't always get to see Pastor Tucker, because he's over at Norwood, pastoring over there, and doing a fantastic job, and I'm so blessed to watch him do that. I mean, I've watched your whole life transform,
Yeah.
and God has blessed you with things through that. And so tell us what is your biggest thing you're going to come from camp with and be thinking about for this next year? Because I know that's where you're at. You're always looking out, and we've talked about this stuff.
Yeah.
And we're always looking out. What's next? We try not to get stuck in the moment.
Yeah.
We need to be thankful in the moment, but we're always looking like, what do we need to do? How can we glorify God? So what did you come away with so far? I know your wheels are probably turning on stuff.
Yeah, I recently, which is kind of solidified on what we do on Wednesday nights. We recently had a change up. I don't know if you're familiar with Norwood. I don't know, but Norwood's a very, very small community, and our church is incredibly, incredibly young. Like, not only like in Christian years, but like in actual years. Everybody is about lower 30s, upper 20s, and it's all got young families with young kids. Like on Sunday mornings, we average probably around from 50 to 65-ish, and over half of the church is children.
Yes.
Like I'm not kidding. Like
They
That
took
is
Be
true.
Fruitful and Multiply very seriously in Norwood.
I don't get very good TV reception over there, so I don't know. But literally, because we all worship together, because it's a small church, we're very family focused, we're very family orientated, and we worship together, and then the kids go off. Well, we outgrew the kids able to go off into a room. So now we have children in the sanctuary with us, like if they're third grade and up, they stay in with us. And, we have we have a little church notes, what I call, and all that kind of stuff. So it's very family oriented. And then on Wednesday nights, everybody's in the sanctuary. And I teach the kids, and I have the adults sitting directly behind the kids. Like I have the boys on this side and the girls on this side. Then I have a row of men and a row of young ladies sitting right behind the kids. So how I preach, I'll preach messages, and then I'll have questions in it, and then the kids will turn around and they will talk to the parents or to other people that are there. And watching like telling my people, like, look, when you come on Wednesday, you're going to serve. Like we are at a point now where you are going to serve, and I'm seeing so much growth from that. There's a couple here that is coming. It came to church camp, their first church camp, and
We're going to try to get them on here first thing in the morning.
I
didn't tell Dustin that, but yeah.
No, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot their name out there, Adam and Jessica.
Yep.
They kind of got voluntold. Billy and I went to them and said, you need to come to church camp.
Such
And
good hearts, serving hearts. Yeah.
their faces were about as white as that cup right there whenever I told them that. But they're here, and they're doing a fantastic job.
She's short,
Fantastic.
though, so she'll be like the other girls and be
gosh.
like this.
Yeah.
She's such a great gal.
They're doing fantastic. And
Yep.
Adam is a full-grown child, so
Yes.
it really works out.
It works
You
perfect.
guys get along well then.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But anyways, I say all that to, it's kind of like solidified the change that I recently went through.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're on the right track of, having these kids somewhere to go to, someone to talk to, someone to, like what he said earlier, sometimes it's tough for kids to go to their parents because sometimes, we've all were kids and
we don't want to they don't want to disappoint you.
yeah, and sometimes, mom and dad are dumb. They don't want to talk to them. But if you go to this random person, they're like, oh, yeah, that's so much smarter, even though it's the same advice you would have gave your kid. For sometimes a different perspective works. But it's just, I don't know, man, like community. That's the one thing that's been like on my mind and on my heart. And it's because I was looking when I was at the pool earlier with all the guys, I'm looking around. I'm like, you cannot get a more different set of guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every kind of background.
How many times?
Churched. Everything, unchurched to church, grew up in church, didn't grow up in church, all this type of thing. But this year has been probably one of the, I'm just going to how to say it, our cabin leaders, our servers, every step of the way has been awesome.
Yeah.
Like, awesome.
Yeah, I'm super thankful for that.
We've been pouring into the kids. Everybody's been pouring into the kids. It's just been an awesome, awesome thing to watch.
So you got a lot of stuff growing and going. And by the way, if you're watching this and you have a checkbook that has lots of zeros and you want to write one to him to add on to his church, we'll take it
Yeah, absolutely.
because he's ran out of room,
Yeah, we're busting.
which is a good problem. But we are also not a very wealthy church. It's okay. God takes care of everything we need.
Help us. We're poor.
But if you want to write a check, he'll take it.
Yeah.
But
It won't be like to me personally, but
Renovation Church Norwood.
yes.
Or to him personally, right?
I mean, you take one personal, but
Yeah, but then the church only get 10%.
Yeah.
only gets 10%. No more.
Yeah, please put in the memo new building or something. I don't know. Hey.
Tucker, new
No,
truck.
honestly.
Yeah, new truck and new house, and then church get the scraps. Like, no, we're not going to do that. Okay.
No, that's not how we are.
Funny joke.
Yes, very, very jokey.
This keeps coming up, me and Pastor Dustin's been talking. It's almost 11. It's it's almost midnight. Holy cow. Okay. We've been talking about it's been coming up in every podcast. Tucker just hit on it. That serving's huge.
Yes.
And just like he said here, you look around here, and I've talked about it in every podcast, and I think there's a reason why it keeps coming up. Like this is not by accident. you look around here, and it's not people serving, it's friends.
Yes.
You will do more for a friend than you will do any time serving any other way. You will do more for a friend than you will anybody else. And I keep telling, like, I don't even know how to reword it. I don't know how to do it. We're not asking people to serve at the church for us. We're asking it for them.
Yeah. You're the one that's going to reap the biggest benefit.
Like, like you see it on display here. It is so different of a lifestyle. Me and Logan got a lot in common with work and stuff like that. But other than that, we talked the other night. He kept me up till, I don't know what it was. He wouldn't let me go to bed.
Why is it always my fault? I feel like that's because
because
you're younger than he is.
So it was like 1:45, and he finally let me go to bed.
Yeah.
But we talked.
That's because he got his walker for him. He can't get it himself.
Yeah. You just
But
got to
no.
keep it far enough away from him.
Like Tucker said, you look around this campground, and honestly, a lot of these people shouldn't be friends. But yet, they're some of the closest friends I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In my pre-saved life, before I knew Jesus, I wouldn't have hung out with any of you guys. Just
Right.
honestly. I
No.
wouldn't. What would I have had in common with any of you?
Nothing.
I mean, I love all of you dearly now. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine not having you in my life. But what would we have done together?
Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's not, and I love what Tucker said there. It's not even an option on Wednesday nights. That's awesome. But yeah, once you get people, I think, under that mindset that's not, when the other church started there in Acts, they left, everything changed. And I mean everything.
Yeah.
Like, your friendships change and all that. And like, if you don't get it and don't understand it, you just don't get it.
Yeah.
But once
100%.
you start doing like these things, and you're able to come here, or even at church and do these things.
Well, you build friendships up, and I find it like now, like Tucker will come, and on Mondays he's at the office together, but we'll find ourselves not necessarily talking about ministry, but just talking for sometimes for hours. Yeah. Hayden and I spend a lot of time together, and we talk about all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, we would have never gotten to this point had we just not been about Jesus together.
No.
If it wasn't seeking the Lord together, what do we have in common?
Nothing.
I mean, we both breathe
not
air.
A thing.
Nothing.
I'm going to wear a cowboy hat.
Until I get my hats here.
Yeah, I'm wearing a hat tomorrow, and I'm wearing cowboy boots
They
with
won't
my.
be able to tell us apart.
No, we're gonna be the same.
You're wearing
person
cowboy boots?
with my shorts. It's gonna be amazing. I'm
it-
gonna ride that horse out
Stick
there.
pony.
Oh.
Don't say horse. It's a stick
pony.
horse.
No, come on, it's a horse. I'm a city guy.
All right.
I've already got a video of you riding the stick horse, by the way.
That's fantastic.
You're welcome.
It's gonna be great.
Well, it's been a good run.
I mean, that has been a good run. It's been a good camp.
It has.
When it goes back to the whole serving thing, and it's really difficult if you look from the outside looking in, and like you come to church or whatever, and the church is going to say, we need to serve, we need servers, we need pay your tithes, all this type of stuff. Or like, oh, this church just wants something from you. But it's not like that. It's like this right here being your medicine, and we're trying everything for you to take it. It's like, man, if you just do these things, your life will be so much better. You're like, but like my kid's like, oh, it's gross. I don't want it. It's gross. But like, we're trying to get you to take it because we know we've taken this medicine. We know what it means to be all in with your finances, to your lifestyle, to everything in between. When you're all into the Lord, it truly changes everything. Everything. Your mind is quieter. You're happier. It seems like, oh, it can't be true. It is true. I promise you. Because I've lived on the both extremes as you can get between following the world and following Jesus. And following Jesus is so much better.
And that change wasn't overnight.
No, it's like what I tried to tell
process.
I told the boys, they're like, well, we was talking in our little meeting before we came here on the devotions at night. One of them was asking me like, well, how do you get saved? What's this like? And I'm like, well, boys, let's take a break here for a second. I said, getting saved is not like going to Walmart and going on aisle 5 and getting some saved. Like it's not like that. It's not like this thing. It's like you ask Jesus to be your Lord and Savior, and you continue that. You repent and you continue to repent. You believe and you continue to believe. It's not like a one-time thing.
One and done.
Every day.
It's nothing like that. It's a continual process. It's like, yes, he saved me and he's continuing to save me.
And you're not meant to do it alone. Like I need you guys with me.
Yes.
I need you to call me out when I'm wrong. I need you to encourage me when I've done something good. I need that. And I know you guys do too. And I don't think that the Christian men do that enough. And that's one of the things we've talked about over and over. Like the men in our church and the men that we get to do ministry with, this is amazing to me. Like it's next level to me to watch how many men, and Pastor Hayden talked about in the last podcast with the ladies, the first 5 kids up there were boys.
Yeah, to Miss Tina tonight.
To Miss Tina, and to pray over her, and and to encourage her. And I'm like, that, we were both in agreement. That's because they're watching men in the church like you guys.
Yep.
And they're learning that, we're supposed to be leaders. How do we become leaders? Well, we step up and do what God tells us to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes care of the fine details, and we be obedient.
Mm-hmm.
And the beauty of that is like the fruit. We get to see the grace of salvation. We get to see sanctification growth. We get to watch people that literally have nothing in common become so tightly bonded that they can talk for hours and with joy, and they can help correct and fix and direct each other because we can trust each other. We're looking to Scripture for advice, and that's what we're feeding into kids.
Yeah.
I'm excited about whatever the future holds. However long the Lord holds off coming back, I'm excited about what it looks like as a church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's going good.
That doesn't mean the enemy won't attack.
This.
But
Oh,
it's gonna be good.
he's going to attack, but he ain't going to win. So, but no, we see it on display weeks like this, how awesome it is. The 2 salvations is unbelievable. All of heaven was celebrating.
Yep.
And, if you guys wasn't there, but there's a young lady that doesn't participate much. I don't know this.
Oh.
Tina's telling me. And I've noticed this week she wasn't, never worshiping, never, always sitting. And I mean, instant change.
Did you see the face?
The giant
the
smile.
face was so
And we
joyful.
we played like a worship song to celebrate, and she's dancing, singing, and
Yeah, not just
smiling.
standing there singing.
No,
but
no, yeah.
Like
it's
she's
so
been
cool.
worshiping the Lord her whole life.
Yep. Yeah, so cool to watch it happen.
That excites me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
And if that doesn't, I don't know. That's good.
Goes back to the community thing. When we get to see that, we get to see a child, open their eyes for the first time.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yes.
They walk around blind their entire life, and they get to open their eyes and see it. I see a bunch of people that say, well, God and I, we've got something figured out. We've got, I have church at the Deer Woods, or I've got church on my boat, or
So
whatever.
Deceived, so deceived.
It makes me so angry. It's like yeah, you could try and do it that way, just like you can try to swim to England. It's so much easier to get on an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much easier when you have a community around you that can help you whenever you're struggling. Or I don't know how many times where I've got something going on in my mind on a Sunday morning, and I get to church, and I go through the day, and altar time comes along, and somebody comes to me and pours out their life, and I'm like, man, why am I complaining? Like, that's the first thing that pops in my mind. Is like,
Yeah.
they've got it rough,
Yeah.
and they have a bigger smile on my face. Like, there's a gentleman at my church right now that's known the Lord heavy for about 6 months, and in those last 6 months, he's lost his job, he's lost his wife, he's lost his house, and now he has to have surgery. And he still is serving the Lord with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Makes you reassess what you have going on in your life, huh?
Yeah, and I'm like, brother, I don't know how you're doing it, but it's awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes you want to walk with him.
Exactly.
Like, why wouldn't you want to be with that person?
Yeah, it's like, keep things in perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I think this camp is. I don't ever want to say the best, because there's been so many good things at so many different
We'll
camps.
say that every year.
But I will say that it is powerful, and God is still moving big time in the atmosphere around us, and He loves obedience.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're seeing that, and I'm grateful. I'm thankful to do ministry with you guys. It makes my life so much easier. And I'll tell you, and Pastor Ed and I have talked about this before behind closed doors. We both have had many times where we're like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore, because it's heartbreaking. There's been times in ministry we were very lonely, and like we didn't have a lot of people with us yet.
Yeah.
But now we're at a point where we have so many people standing up, doing what they're supposed to do, and like even on a bad day, like it's so good because we're not alone. You guys are right there with us, and you guys have a bad day, we're right there with you. And these kids are learning that.
Yes.
They're learning that, hey, not every day is going to be perfect, but you know what? God is. And if we do this life together, the bad days will be okay, and the great days, man, they are so good.
Yep.
And I'm just thankful for you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Yep. Me too. Knocked it out of the park, Logan.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Appreciate it.
Brought it to their level. It resonated with them. It's cool.
And I'll tell you what, you didn't need the red expo marker.
No, you did.
Nailed it.
You nailed
Thank
it.
you.
It was fine.
Yeah, they got it, and it was a home run for sure.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I got one more thing to add before we close it out.
that's
All
a
right,
pastor
go ahead.
for you.
That's
Yeah.
the last thing I want to talk
Hold
about.
on.
Last thing I'm going to talk about.
He's on point number 3. Go ahead.
Grew up Baptist, got to have 3 points.
Which is funny because this actually is your third time speaking.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Listen, so Logan kind of hit on it. In his home, he, teaches his kids in his home.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, guys, I'm looking right at the camera. I'm looking at every parent that's out there right now. That is the missing link.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not my job to teach your kids 2 hours a week. It is your job to have the word so ingrained in your homes that it's always around. It's always there. Because the kids I just had conversations with, they are smart boys. They may be wild as a March hare, but they are smart. And they had questions with Gavi and myself and Adam that were like sitting down having grown-up conversations about the Bible and about, they have the questions they ask. It's like, man, how do you, I would never thought that you would want to ask that question.
How cool.
And, I feel like as men, we protect our homes, we love our wives, but we don't preach the gospel in our homes. And that is 100% our job. That's not our wife's job. That's not your pastor's job. That is your job. The church is supposed to be like the extra on the top.
I agree with that, and
Yep.
I think it does. It 100% starts at home.
Yeah.
I haven't always done that well.
No, I haven't either.
None
I
of
haven't
us
either.
have. That's why
No,
we're saying
Sure,
this.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
But when you do it well, it's evidence. There's so much evidence that comes with it.
Well,
So
you
do-
see-
so for sure.
Sorry, you see that difference in those kids too. Those kids that are getting poured into regularly at home.
Yeah.
Like you say, the maturity they come
Yes.
with in their walk.
yeah.
Honestly, those kids are helping us as cabin leaders to lead those around them.
Yeah.
Because they've got that, they know. It's not foreign to them.
And that may not even be what they're thinking. It's just their instinct because of what they've been taught and
Yeah.
what they've
what
learned.
they see. Exactly. Yeah. I'm with you. That's a huge deal. Huge deal.
So to kind of wrap it up, here's my encouragement for you guys, and I want you guys, whoever does listen to this, whether it's 5 people or 500 people, my challenge to you is, first of all, get to church. Find a church. If you live in Mansfield, Norwood area, I'd love to have you. We'd love to have you in Mansfield. If you live over by Norwood,
We're full.
We'd love to have you. but
Just kidding,
But they'll
11
fit you
o'clock.
in. No, they'll fit you
It's
in.
it's 11-ish,
We're right at 10.
It's 11-ish. We're on McGraw time. McGraw's, if you listen to this, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So I challenge you to get into church. I challenge you to become part of the body, not just like watch the body.
Yeah.
Don't just sit back and judge the body, because you can sit back and critique all day long, and it's not going to be up to your standard if you're just sitting back critiquing. I don't care what church you're at. They're not going to meet your standard if you're just watching them.
No.
When you get in there and do ministry with them, all of a sudden you're going to be like, okay, because your standard starts to grow, and so does theirs, because they're encouraged. And I think that's what we need to look at, because once we get tied in that, then we're going to go home and we're going to lead our families the way we're supposed to, because we need to have someone help lead us.
Yep.
I didn't know in the beginning how to do it, so you need to learn how to do it with someone. Someone has to help you. And same with everyone here. Someone has to walk you through this, then get you there. So get plugged in, get to church, become part of the body, get involved, and don't just critique them, but get involved. Do
Yes.
ministry,
Yes.
helping kids.
Absolutely.
And watch how your life change. Pray over your wife. Your husband's and wife, pray together. If you're single, pray over your children, or pray with people. Get used to that. That needs to be part of your life. We pray together all the time. This is just who we are. And I just challenge you in that. Make sure those things are part of your life. And we'd just love to have you walking with us in life. I don't know that I have much more to say. I think that's it's late. Pastor Hayden's fallen asleep 2 or 3 times. His microphone keeps hitting him in the eye, and
Waking up. Yep. Nope. Good stuff.
But thank you for watching. We encourage you to just get in the Word. Watch what God does with you.
Yep. And keep praying. We got a long rest of the week.
Yeah, we got the teens coming up, and that's
we got close to 80 teens showing up tomorrow.
Yep.
So we need lots of prayer.
yes. So thank you for watching. We love you. We're encouraged by you, and we'd love to encourage with you. So
Yep.
love you. Have a blessed day.
See you guys.
All right.
God is always at work in you, restoring, renewing, and rebuilding. Thanks for listening to Renovation Conversations. Like and share, and we'll see you next time.